everybody, and welcome to WakeUpToLife.tv with Kelsey
and Karen. Well, we have discovered that in our show, Energy, episode 9, that we had some phenomena occurring. And so we wanted to present to you today a show on light orbs.
Yeah, that's exciting when I do the editing and such for our show, and here I am watching it, and I'm seeing these little balls of light kind of coming in and out of focus, and I went, oh my,
Look at that be.
Yeah, and yeah, so it turns out that this natural phenomenon is considered to be orbs.
Yes, and I really didn't know too much about light orbs, but now since viewing the show, Energy, and I've been doing a lot of research, and these light orbs are actually what people claim them to be, is light energy, consciousness, light beings from another dimension. And if we really look at it, us being in the third dimension, we only perceive 10% of the light spectrum.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, so there's 90% of reality that we can't even see with our eyes.
Yeah.
And so there's other realms of life that come into our third dimension, and we're here to open up and see what the message is.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, it is.
Well, my experience with orbs, limited in somewhat as well, just, hearing about it, but not really caring as much as now that I am, because it's actually occurred to us. So, but also I went to a energy healing workshop, and his name is Adam, the healer, and in the workshop, we had about 500 people there, and he knows about orbs, and he was telling us about orbs and how they're beams of light, and they can actually help us heal. We can actually utilize them since they're around, and maybe they're not visible, but they're still present, and that we can actually, with intention, bring them towards us and actually help heal us. Just incredible. And so one of the exercises that we did to kind of get into this seeing orbs was 500 people. We closed our eyes and we sat for maybe a minute, and all we did is we set our intention, we just sat there and requested them to come.
Same.
And it didn't have to be a verbal, it's just, they hear without us speaking. That's so right. Just through intention and visualization. So we sat there, and I visualized them being all around us. They turned out the lights, and then while we were all in that state, they took photographs. And then what we did was that we told them to go away. We said, get out of the room, no more. And same process, meditation, told them away, took photos again. And sure enough, when it was digital camera, they came back, and these suckers were huge. Like, holy! And what's so fascinating is that zooming in, some of them even have almost what it would look like a human face. Just so fascinating.
And that's how a lot of people are discovering them, is through digital cameras. Yeah. And, well, I know of a woman who had a spa in Braddock Creek area, and we went to visit her, and she brought up this photo album. Yeah. And this is way before digital cameras even came out. So she was able to capture them on an ordinary camera. Wow. And she's got photo after photo of all of these spheres of light throughout every photo. And at first, when you look at it, you think it's just a water droplet or a dust particle on the lens. But no, it's those reoccurring occurrences, right, happen for a reason. And now I've researched quite a few different websites, and this phenomena is going on around the world, and people are capturing them on video, as we did on our episode 9. Yeah. And it's these beautiful beings of love, love consciousness, and they're here to help us in any ways you were mentioning. And so there's really nothing to fear. No,
not at all.
At all.
They're light. They're literally light. When you think of light and dark, white and black, evil, good, they're good.
Exactly, right? And so, and they're very much connected to crop circles.
Yes. Oh, as well. Talk about coincidence, right? So I know today we're going to be taping our show on Orbs, which I've been so excited about. And then it just so happens that last night on TV, they had this show about crop circles. So, fascinating, of course. So I watched it, and sure enough, they have on video, this amateur video, this guy was videotaping crop circles in a field, and there was this sphere of light just traveling this, seriously, like this.
Oh.
And we're not talking like in a room, it was across like a gorgeous, huge crop. So we're like 5 football fields long, and this thing just went all the way across. And I'm going, gee, that looks awfully familiar. I think I'm going to see that in a video, maybe episode number 9. Like, it was so fascinating. And so there's definite connection between orbs and crop circles.
Yeah. Did they do it?
They go down. Sorry, I like to do that.
And I've also heard that you were mentioning about how we can request orbs.
Yeah.
You actually had an experience in your bedroom.
The other night, yes. Well, and I'd also heard at the same workshop how, because sometimes we don't actually capture them in our everyday life, they don't just appear, you know, it's a lot of video and photographs, but they said they are around, and animals at times are very aware of them.
They can pick them right
and
up.
they can pick them up, right? And so that was just at the back of my mind. I have 2 dogs and a cat, so there was this, you know, kind of like, that'd be so cool. And so and I've been requesting them to come to my home because I really would like them to be present.
Yeah.
And so one night I was doing my meditation, and I just requested them to be around and just assisting me. And I was getting more, I had my eyes open later, and I'm just laying there, and my dog just kind of perks up and just kind of looks at the wall, which is not usual for him. He's goofy, but that's not his normal way of being. And he's just kind of doing this, and I didn't think of it at the moment, but when my cat perked up and was looking at the same place, I went,
double confirmation.
Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah. So you're right. I didn't see them, so I can't say they were there. But I trust that
something's going on.
There was some presence of some kind, and I just trust that that is what it was. And at the end of the day, I think sometimes we may think we see something, but it's like, oh no, it couldn't be, and we may be dismissed because it's not ordinary. But I think there's a time where it's like you can still say, you know what, I just trust that it was what it was.
Right.
And then there's that comfortable feeling in knowing that, you know what, it could be, and I'm okay with that. So.
Well, I understand how for some people it might be difficult to comprehend light orbs. But I think if we really allow ourselves to open up our mind, that we can understand that even when we go into meditation, right, we can go in astral travel, we can meet other people in other realms, we've got guides, we have teachers, and when we go into that deep place of contemplation, our whole body can begin to vibrate in on a cellular level, and we're just vibrating at a really high frequency. And we know, we can feel sometimes in a large group of people, we can feel some energy going on with our crown chakra, like we're being touched by God, or whatever that looks like. And so to me, it's that when we are on our spiritual journey and we are deepening that journey, that we are going to be attracting these light beings into our life to help us on our evolutionary process. And it's very exciting when you can actually have that physical, tangible evidence that something's going on in your life, like a light orb.
Confirmation, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah. And it's, for some people that they may dismiss it right away as, it was just refraction of the light. And there's websites, too, I went on where they're saying that, because of the certain angle of the digital camera and all that. And that's one place.
Look for the normal before the
paranormal. Yeah. So, but it's that other thing, too. Like, it was there. It was present. It was with us. It was right here in this exact studio. So... how can it,
And then we have viewers, contacting us as well, and phone calls going, did you see, I saw it, and the timing and everything. So it's very exciting when other people are noticing it as well. So that's excellent.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I really see how, the more conscious, like I can imagine the amount of energy you and I have together because of our consciousness, and the world is waking up as well, and so. I think more and more, this is going to be more, happening more.
Oh, definitely.
And I love that with intention we can call it to happen.
Oh, yes.
So I think that's exciting.
Well, there's my partner Dan, he's been doing some research on light orbs. He's found 53 websites already on the subject.
That's amazing.
And photographs. There's one photograph that is from Sedona. So someone's taken a photo, overview of Sedona, and there's a beautiful orb, quite a large one, in the center, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's glowing, and it just looks like a little sun. And there's one too of a church in Texas, and they were actually filmed with a local news station filmed.
Nice.
So maybe we can get that information as well.
Yeah.
Because that's phenomenal. Because it's great to be able to see that film in action as well.
Yeah.
So, and I've also, through my research, is that if we want to bring light orbs into our sphere of reality, what we can do is they love water apparently, especially high vibrational water. So if you're familiar with any of Dr. Emoto's work in regards to water consciousness and how we can connect to that consciousness, all we have to do really is Om or just send loving thoughts to water, and we automatically lift up that vibration and molecular structure of water. And light orbs are very attracted to the high frequency.
Excellent. Yeah, so before we started taping, we just brought in a bowl of water and did our foam on it, which is great. And and you were saying Dr. Emoto, is that his name?
Yes.
He's the one that was presented in What the Bleep Do We Know?
That's right,
so
exactly.
People might be aware of him with the thank you labels on the water. And then,
that's right.
Yeah, so that's amazing.
Yeah, and Dr. Emoto, he travels all over the world, so if you do get a chance to see one of his lectures at your local university, I highly recommend it. He's an amazing man, very funny as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I love funny.
So I'm trusting that Kelsey and I are having visitors today.
Yeah.
And we call upon all consciousness that is directly related to love and light to join us. And we know that there is nothing to be afraid of. The only fear that exists is in our own mind. And once we really release the fears within our subconscious, that we are moving forward on that road to personal mastery, and we are the creator of our life. So create whatever it is you want in your life, even if it's light orbs.
Exactly.
Bye.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah.